again, before we get into Wilder Fury, I called you right after the fight and you said, man, I'm going to beat, you gave them props. You said, these guys are good, but I'm going to beat these. You mentioned, because you go to the body, things like that. Why do you think you will be heavyweight champion?
I think that with the way the heavyweight division is right now, and the fantastic fight they put on Saturday night, I put myself right in there with those guys. I don't have no fear, I don't feel nobody. I see things just like they see things. But the thing is, I'm not gonna rush it. I'm not gonna rush it. Neither fighter really went to the body a whole lot on Saturday. And I feel like the fighter that used his jab more won, which was Fury. I thought Fury used his jab more and he won. But I feel like, just on the other side of the coin, if Deontay would have used his jab more, he would have. It was just, I don't know, man. It was a tough fight, but when I put myself in there, I feel like I could do anything in the ring. It's not a style that I can't adapt to. So there's certain shots that I've seen in there, and I feel like I'm gonna capitalize on. So, you know, in this new era of social media and stuff, it won't be such a sneak attack like how my dad snuck up on Lennox. Like, Lennox had no clues getting himself into. But there's no way you can be able to stop it. When I get in there and I get my hands on you, it's you know, inshallah, I put my faith in God and let him take care of the work. There's gonna be nothing they can do about it.
Did that fight inspire you, though, being a young heavyweight who wants to have it, you know what I mean?
Fucking Tyson Fury, I don't know
how the fuck he got up.
I don't know what he got in him, but I know whatever he got in him, it's in me. So even Tyson Fury himself said it, he's just an average man. And he proved that Deontay Wilder is just an average man. These guys are human, and they can be broken, they will be broken. I would advise him to, you know, stay away from me, but at the end of the day, it's not a heavyweight I don't think I could beat.
How did Fury get up? How do you, because that's what everybody's talking about right now.
Okay, so he hit the canvas at 2 minutes and 20 seconds. At 2 minutes and what was like 2 minutes and 15 seconds left in the round, he was still asleep. He was knocked out. There's no doubt about it, he was knocked out. Jack Reese did an awesome job, because a lot of referees would have made it to 5-6 and start waving. You have 10 seconds to get up in boxing. Tyson Fury got up at 9. Watch the tape, you'll see he hit the canvas at 220, he was up at 211. That's 9 seconds.
So no long
count. That man got up, there was not a long count. People don't understand, because Jack Reese, he fell, he turned to him, then he turned and put Deontay in the corner, then he turned back. People don't understand. There's another referee with a striped shirt, like a basketball striped jersey, on the outside, counting. As soon as Tyson Fury hits the floor, that referee on the outside goes 1, 2. Now when Jack Reese is finished, he turns around, he finds the referee, and he picks up the count from there. There was no, people that don't know about boxing or refuse to accept the fact that that man got up. He did something. I was writing on Facebook about how great he was for coming and defeating the two most feared heavyweights of probably of all time. Like, Vladimir had the belt for 10 years. He came and beat him. He took 3 years off, came back, and in my opinion, he beat Deontay. So I was writing about that, and as soon as I write about that, Deontay, he let you know you can't never see 36 minutes in this fight. Fury was on the floor asleep. I said, oh shit. But he got up, man. He showed he's the lineal heavyweight champion of the world. He showed what it takes to do that. And every heavyweight champion of the world is going to have a lot of pride in it and try to get up off that canvas, but shit, Fury, that mother, what he on? I think I do know what he on. But you know, if you look at the knockout again, you really study this shit. You look at the knockout again, you'll see, or the knockdown in the 12th round, you'll see Tyson Fury right here, and he did his nose twice. And that was his tell, because he was doing it all night.
Oh, so you're serious with it? Okay.
His tell, right here. As soon as he did it, Deontay threw the right hand. Now, as we know, Tyson Fury had this 26, 27-year-old dude, the new trainer, that
Ben Davison.
Man, these guys need to really know that it's boxers out here, it's fighters out here that really study this shit. I have absolutely 100% no doubt. If Deontay would have had me there with my boxing IQ, he would have got rid of Tyson Fury. And you know, I have no problem helping that American heavyweight champ keep the belts here. So that's just my 2 cents. But like I said, when you look at the replay, you'll see Tyson Fury's tell. Boom, boom. and good night.
You mean that telegraphs when to throw the punch,
so
or that he was on something?
I don't know if he's on nothing. Not accusing him of being on nothing. When I say tell, I mean like in poker. So if you watching somebody play poker, they'll usually do something when they, and when you're in that ring, I don't believe nobody's really fighting for 36 minutes. Sometimes you gotta take off in that ring. Sometimes you gotta, all right, let me catch my shit. And what Tyson's Fury, he threw a combination, he went boom, boom, as if he was trying to take some sort of a break or something.
Gotcha.
And that's when Deontay capitalized. Boom, boom. So watching the fight and going into the rematch, Deontay gotta know, every time he get the foot with that nose, blast off. No matter what, blast off. I mean, that's just my point of view.
How'd you score it? I think you said
it was tough to score. It was tough to score because there's a lot of rounds in there that was real close. But I gave the first round to Deontay. I damn near gave the rest to Fury. 9th round goes to Deontay, and the 12th round goes to Deontay. Now, you could say that Deontay won maybe 1 or 2 of those rounds in between. You could give him one. Maybe the 7th or the 8th, I believe.
The 4th and a few of those first 5 were close.
I don't know. I think 2 through 5 was like all Fury.
Okay.
So maybe 6 or 7 was Wilder.
No, that was all Fury too.
It may have been. I don't know. I only seen the fight once. But like I said, Deontay got 4 rounds because of them 2 knockdowns. So if you give him 2 of them other rounds, the first one, I gave him the first. Give him the first round, he only needed 1 other round. But with that being said, he needed that knockdown in the 12th to secure his title. I can't say I'm mad that he did it because I'm glad the belts are right here in America where they should be, and I can't wait to start putting my name in the mix, which should be not too far from now.
And we get Fury's getting every bit of respect he deserves for what he did and how he got up, but are we giving enough props to Wilder because it was the 12th round? Most fighters at that point are too tired to have the power to knock another man down, and if they've been missing all night, they lack the confidence to keep letting it go. Are we giving Wilder enough credit too?
Wilder was swinging that air all night.
But he never stopped doing it.
He never stopped doing it. He was swinging. He was missing by a mile, and he was telegraphing everything. Tyson Fury could see his punches coming 2 seconds before he even threw it. I could see the punches coming. I know Tyson seen it coming. So, with that being said, I think that Deontay came into the fight and he was like, I'm gonna knock this motherfucker out. I'm gonna knock him out. And he was so content on knocking him out that he didn't remember that your power don't generate the same way when you punching up that it do when you punching down on somebody. So to set up the right hand, it has to be different. It isn't gonna land the same way you've been throwing them for the last 40 fights. This dude's taller than you. You gotta do something different. I'm not gonna say what it is, but it's something different that he needed to do, and he didn't really do it. Even when he scored the knockdowns, he didn't really do it. He just caught him, But I think that Deontay can beat Tyson Fury easy, and I think that Tyson Fury can beat Deontay easy. That's the type of fight it is. It all depends on who's on their game. If Deontay Wilder is on his game and he boxes how I know he can box, then shit, it's gonna be hard to beat him. But if he boxes like how he fought Fury, looking for the knockout the whole time, just waiting, and letting Fury really do what he wants, and it's gonna be a tough one. But I think that the heavyweight division is on fire right now. Absolutely. I'm not mad at the draw. I'm definitely not mad at the draw. The draw was a good call. Nobody wants a draw coming into a fight, but the draw, you can't be mad at the draw. You can't be mad at the draw. That man hit the canvas twice. That's 4 rounds.
And then just to close on them, man, who wins the rematch? You had to put your rep on it.
Whoever called me. Put it like that. Whoever called me. I know Tyson Fury they know how to get in contact with me. Deontay definitely know how to get in contact with me. So whoever bringing the secret weapon, they're gonna come out victorious. I probably got one of the best boxing IQs in the game. I've been in the game for 20 years. I wouldn't say one of the best. Let me take that back. I wouldn't say one of the best. I'd say one of the most underrated. Because I could be on any side. I could be on that side of the camera. I could be on this side of the camera.
I was going to tell you that too, yeah.
I could be writing about it. I love boxing. And I see a whole lot. It's not a lot that you could get past me. So I think that, in the rematch, I I would just give it. If neither one of them used me, shit, I had to call it another draw.
Hey man,
But whoever call the next champ, when it gets my turn, I will be there. Then they'll be seen as a smart man because they know they got somebody in there that know what he's talking about. I done seen probably every heavyweight championship fight for the last since '98. That's 20, 30 years. Like, come on, man. I've been in this shit. I've been doing it. I know what I'm doing. And on top of that, I got my dad. So it's a pleasure to be a part of the heavyweight division right now, and I can't wait to take over.
Hey, you're not lying though about you could do it there or behind the camera. You definitely got an analyst in you, man.
I just love boxing, man. At the end of the day, man, I look up to fighters like Paulie Malignaggi, Andre Ward, Sergio Moore. These guys took, even my dad, these guys take what they learned throughout their whole careers and they use it and they put it to the analysis of becoming an analyst after their career. And I see NFL players do it, NBA players do it, and I'm like, I definitely could do it because as I'm talking about these fights, they be saying the same stuff I'm saying, or when I say something about the fight, it'll happen in the ring. And I noticed that over 10 years ago, I noticed that it's just something about me. I just have been doing this for so long that I noticed things. I'm good at picking the winner.
We gotta do a podcast, man. I gotta ride those coattails.
Anybody that's willing to help me set it up, I'm willing to, put this, to get this out there. I'm ready to go, man. I don't have no problem sharing my thoughts with the fans. Anybody come to my IG, anybody come to my Facebook, they know I always reply. It's been a pleasure being a part of the Fight Hype family, and just getting on with this, man. We coming hard, we coming strong, and just look out for me.
December 8th, baby.
December 8th, man. This weekend is Friday. Follow me on Instagram at _Junior, and we're gonna get it cracking. Just hop on the train before we get too lit.
Last one, man.
Go ahead.
What do you think your record's gonna be by the time you fight for the title? If you, I know you. You're a fighter. You'll fight next week if they call you.
Yeah.
But being realistic with it, what do you think? How many fights?
I want 30 fights before I fight for the title, because my dad had 30 fights before he fought for the title. And I think that a lot of fighters nowadays are jumping into fights way before they're ready. And it could be a long downfall and a long climb back up. You only get one career. So I'm gonna take my time in this sport. I'm gonna learn the jab, I'm gonna learn the hook, I'm gonna learn the right hand, left uppercut, right uppercut, and I'm gonna keep applying pressure to the body. Once I got all those down, then I feel comfortable taking bigger fights. But I'm not gonna let nobody rush me. I'm not gonna let nobody tell me I'm ready for a title shot at 15 fights. I'm not gonna let nobody tell me I'm ready for a title shot at 20 fights, just because I don't think that's really realistic in the heavyweight division. Now maybe a guy can be ready for a title fight at 15, 20 fights in the welterweight division, in the cruiserweight division. Not cruiserweight, I'm sorry, in the welterweight division, maybe even cruiserweight. The heavyweight division is almost a totally different sport. It's almost a entirely different sport. And we've seen that on Saturday night. When people watch, it's different. This fight could be over in 1 second, and they proved it. In the 9th round and in the 12th, this fight could be over in 1 second. And there's big guys that can actually box like little guys, which Fury showed. So it's a lot of hype in the heavyweight division, and like I said before, I can't wait to take over. It's to answer your question, I would say anywhere from 30 and up. I wouldn't say I wouldn't consider it, because I may develop faster than I think. I may be ready. I may be ready at 25, maybe 20 fights. But as far as right now in this moment, sitting at six fights, I feel like it'll take about 30 fights to be ready. Because when I get there, I ain't playing. I ain't coming for no paycheck. I can give a fuck less about the paycheck. I'm coming to be the lineal champion. I'm coming to put my name in the history book. It's so nice, my whole life. Even on Saturday, when they throw up the heavyweight champions of the world, you see Hasim Rahman's name. That's my name.
Last undisputed heavyweight champion from America. Your
Absolutely.
father.
And I just want to put that junior up there too, because it's never been up there. It's never been done. Nobody's ever had George Foreman and George Foreman Jr., Mike Tyson Jr., Muhammad Ali Jr., Lennox Lewis Jr. It's never, ever been done in the heavyweight division, because it's such an incredible feat. The heavyweight championship of the world is the most coveted title in sports. You the man. And can't wait for all the belts to be in one place. One champion, one face, one name. Don't think I'm not paying attention. Don't think I'm not paying attention. Because I'm coming and I'm hungry and I'm definitely dangerous. So, you know, inshallah, I stay healthy, I stay focused, and we're gonna go get that title. Baltimore stand all the way up, _Junior.
Thank you so much for your time, man.